Twin Cities Adventures here with our Minnesota Chickens playlist, and back by popular demand is a chicken update. So I'll show you the chicken run and the coop and the hen house, the egg house, everything house, and the chickens, and I'll show you a couple surprises. And I'll show you a project I'm working on today and how I maintain things. So sit back and enjoy the chicken show. Okay, so here's the barnyard out back here, and just got some fresh supplies back here for the farmhouse. Check out the koi pond. I've been kind of cleaning out a lot of the plants because they grow so fast. The pond is looking pretty darn good, huh? So here's the koi under there. They're just chewing on some weeds and plants. And then back here, I'm working on a project in the hen house, or the chicken run actually. So I just put some more pine shavings down because it makes it smell good and it absorbs the chicken poo, so it makes it nice and clean. You saw the video I just did on the fly traps. Those are working really, really well. And here's the chutes and ladder course that I built for them. Most of them sleep right up on the top row there these days. This is the project that I'm working on today. I had these little treat buckets here, and I ended up putting oyster shells in them, but sometimes they come over here and they accidentally poo in there and it gets gross. So I don't want those on there anymore. See, looky there. They get pooed in. And I just don't like that. So I'm gonna knock those off and get rid of it. And I just hung this, and I'm gonna fill that with ground up oyster shells. And I just put that on a rope, put that up here on an eyelet. So if I'm ever working it on this area, I can just pick that up and set it on the stump, get it out of the way, and then it's kind of not in the way of anything right there. So I got a nice path. I can bring the wheelbarrow in here. Here is our food station, water, treat brick. This here, I fill that with grapes all the time, or any scraps from the house, and they devour it. Maybe we'll go up front in a little bit and grab some fruit off the trees, and then get some grapes off the back vineyard back here. Here's their food dish, and I'm probably gonna deal with that area back there because that's where they take their dirt bath. So we'll do something fun back there. And then here is the hen house, and you see there's a fan right there. That fan is on a timer right here, so that goes off at night. See, here's grapes right here. They're growing all over, including inside the hen house there, right there. We have thousands and thousands of grapes, so I'll just throw those right in there for the chickens. You can see there's just grapes everywhere. This fan right here is on all day long. It's on a timer right there, and I have this pointed at this main area where they eat, and it does keep the flies away. So that's a good trick. So I want the chickens to be able to eat without being bugged by bugs. So that's that. Let's come out here and we will check out. There's the butterfly garden over there. Doesn't that look good? It's just chock full of butterflies, as it is every year. And this is so cool because the chickens get to watch the fish while they're roosting on their little chutes and ladder course bars there. Here's the back orchard back there. Let's take a peek over here. This is just my miscellaneous container of supplies here. Ground up oyster shells there. Let's take a look here at the chickens. There is sunflower. And then here's butterscotch yakking at me. So anytime I get close to butterscotch, she wants to be picked up. Here's a bucket of treats. So say, who wants a treat? And they all come running. There's the gang. So, and then there's a surprise we got over here. There's two more chickens. So here we have butterscotch, nightmare, sunflower, ghost, and then right there is two more chickens we got about a month ago. And as you can see, they're a little bit shy still. The one in the back is Milk Dud, and then the one in the front We do not have a name for that one in the front yet, so if anybody has a good idea for a name for that one, please leave a comment below the video, and we'll get a close-up video of those in a second here. But here's some treats here. We'll just throw them over there. We'll come get it. If I back off, they'll come over there. And then look up here, all these grapes. So I just have to pull down on those and they fall. Who wants a treat? So look at that. They just fall down all over. I'll just grab another bunch here. And then I'll grab another bunch here. Who wants a treat? And then we'll back off and then they'll eat that. Butterscotch wants me to pick her up. So she always wants to be held. Here come the new ones. Here. They'll come over there and eat and gobble everything up. So that's Milk Dud right in the front with the reddish tummy and the white top. And then that multicolored one doesn't have a name yet, so we are looking for suggestions. And they're fighting over treats. Okay, here's Butterscotch. Say hi to Butterscotch. You like being held, don't you? Yeah, you like hugs and snuggles. You're a good little chicken, aren't you? Who's a good chicken? Me! Alright, so let's let Butterscotch down for some treats. Go. Alright, so out here, this is what it looks like right now in their free-range organic garden. They can eat everything here. I do have a water container out here. Butterscotch follows me everywhere I go because she wants to be picked up. See, look, all I have to do is kneel down here, pet her, and then she kind of gets down into this crouchy position, wants to be picked up. I'm trying to shoot a YouTube video right now, Butterscotch. Okay, so here is 3 apple trees, and the apples are sort of not so big this year. We had a pretty good drought, so I just throw these apples on the ground, and then they eat those too. They eat everything. And we did extend the outdoor garden a little bit. It was just to here, but now we extended it. Hopefully we zoom out. It was just to here, but now we extended it all the way down and put perennials here that they can eat. And you can see what they eat. They eat the hostas. They eat the mint. They love mint. Hostas are their favorite, and mint. Let's see here. Mint grows like crazy and it smells good too, so when they're rooting around it makes your garden smell like mint. And lots of hostas they've been eating. I do have raspberries coming in over there. So that's the garden right now. But look at the grapes right here. Look at all of these grapes right here. There's just gobs and gobs. And they just fall down just like that, so they eat them. Who wants a treat? Here you go. Buck, 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 buck. There you go. And here's the other fly trap right there. We did have a torrential downpour earlier, so let's just check out the egg hutch right here. I already collected the 6 eggs today, so there's no more in there. We're using these little pads here that they root around in so they feel like they're being hugged. I'm thinking of doing something different there because they trash these pretty good. You can see this is all the way down to the panel right there. So I saw some artificial turf ones that looked interesting. I might have to look into that. But anywho, put that back on. Lock that up. Look at all these grapes here. They're just by the thousands. And then here's the back side of their food containers. And then their little entrance there. So over here, I do keep the windows open in the summertime. So I can always just peek in there and see who's in there, what's going on, if they knock any eggs out. Sometimes they do knock eggs out when they're fighting for who gets to lay eggs in which little house there. So let's go around and we'll check out the ground up oyster shells. So here's the oyster shells for chickens. This is a really heavy bag. I think I have a cup in there probably. Yep, there's a cup in there, but this is what they look like. They eat those. It's supposed to make their shells harder. I guess it's probably true because their shells are twice as thick as the ones in the grocery store. So let's fill up that container with some of these now. Okay, so here's my plan. Looky there. It's perfect. So I'll just fill that up and then it just comes right down. And this is just like a food container for chicken food. So let's fill that up and see how that looks. And then after that, we'll take down the other guys here that are just getting filled with chicken poo. Oh, let me just show you their stained glass windows. Frank Lloyd Wright stained glass windows. How cool is that? Here's a pretty one over here. Alrighty, that's done, and I don't think I need to fill it up any more than about half full because it's pretty heavy. And I just put some extra in here so that comes right out of the bottom. So I'm sure that they'll kick this up and probably smack that full of shavings, but they'll peck at it and they'll find it. They'll know where it is, no big deal. So I definitely like adding the pine shavings to the ground because, let's just face it, chickens go poo and this absorbs it. So they root around and they turn it over and over so that it turns into sort of like compost. And then once in a great while, I will clean that out, but it doesn't have to be done that often. So I do like that. You know, it's trial and error. You learn a lot of lessons. Everybody likes something different. So over here, let's check out where they take their dirt baths and we'll see what we can do with that. So this is super loose back here. It's just dirt and a little bit of straw and some mulch and some pine shavings all mixed together. But it's really loose and light consistency because they take dirt baths in there. So I'm gonna put a little ingredient in there to help them out with their dirt baths. Let's go check it out. Okay, so this is a bag of lime. So I bought this probably off Amazon. Monthly insect repellent. This is good to keep any ants, lice, mites, and other pests out of their feathers, away from their body. Safe for the environment, safe for pets, safe for organic gardening because we are organic gardeners. And then when you look at that, it is a just fine, fine, fine powder. It almost looks like magnesium carbonate or chalk. So I'm gonna spread that around down there where they take their dirt baths, and I'll show you what that looks like. That should be good. Now I'll turn that a little bit. Flick some fresh stuff back there. Okay, that's the finished result, and it is always good to keep your chicken run and habitat smelling nice and looking pretty, because who would want to live in a pig pen? Probably not even a pig. Okay, here's a typical platter from the orchard. Let's put that right there. We got apples, grapes, and here's a pear. They like the nice juicy pears. So I'll put that next bowl of fruit there next to their treat block. And then when they come in from their outdoor free range garden, they'll have a fun little treat in here, and then they'll find all these pine shavings, and then they'll find this new little oyster shell bucket for them. So let's get to taking these off now. And I'll just spread these old oyster shells back here along the back of their garden. They'll find them, they'll snack on them. Okay, this is Milk Dud right here. Check out Milk Dud. How you doing, little Milk Dud? Milk Dud is still kind of skittish because she hasn't been handled a lot, whereas our other chickens have been handled for, a year and a half, and they're super tame. So it just takes a little while. You gotta hold them a lot to break them in, make them tame. Pretty colors, pretty reds. Franklin named this one Milk Dud. All right, good chicken. All right, I'll let you down. It's okay. And I'll let them know that they're safe. And here's our other new chicken. And this one doesn't have a name yet. But this one lays green eggs, and Milk Dud lays blue eggs. And we'll show you the eggs in the house after I hold this one up to the camera a little bit. It was a good chicken. I want a name. Anybody out there in YouTube land, think of a name for me? This one has lots of pretty colors. I'll flip the camera around and you can see the color pattern. Maybe you'll think of a name and help us out there. Look at those colors. Just be real gentle with her. There you go. Just a little bit timid still. See, they're already looking over there at their bathing place where they take baths. See what I did? Super curious chickens. There they all are together in their little bath. So I'll tell you something, this is the best place to make a chicken bath. And what I mean by chicken bath is that it should be in the sun. And the sun sets in the southwest quadrant over there. So it beats in under here like throughout the whole day and afternoon. So this dirt is always dry. I have layered over the years just dirt and sand in there to make it light. And then there's also, like I said, pine shavings, some mulch. And then I put that addition in there so that helps with the bugs. So they will dig holes in there and they will flick that on their back and roll around in it and hang out and sun themselves back here. This is just a great area for that. So if you have a sunny place, think about digging that out and making loose soil with dirt sand combo, and then some lime and maybe some pine shavings. It's just a really great area for them and they love that a lot. There we have it. Everyone's taking a bath together. Okay, so in the fridge here we have our brown ones. These ones are from Nightmare, Ghost, and Sunflower. The white ones are from Butterscotch. And then the blue and green ones are from Milk Dud and the one that doesn't have a name yet. Let's pull those out and take a look at the differences. Okay, I thought I'd come over here in the light. So the ones on the right are greenish, and then some of them are a lighter blue colored. They're close, but different. So we don't have to color Easter eggs at our house because they lay Easter egg colors because they're Easter eggers. So those are delicious eggs. Here's just a photo of some baby ducks that we saw at Tractor Supply Company earlier today. I just thought I'd throw that in there for the fun of it. Well, thanks for going on a tour of our chicken situation here out on the hobby farm. All the little projects, a lot of trial and error, but I think our chickens have a really happy, healthy life. So thanks for watching. Twin Cities Adventures out.